What do e-commerce customers expect today in terms of delivery expectations? I'm having a conversation today with Satish Natarajan. He's CEO of DispatchTrack. Hello, Satish.
How are you?
Good, and thank you very much for spending time with me here to talk about this topic. But what do delivery expectations look like in the marketplace right now?
You know, with the COVID and all the recent pandemic, the expectations has accelerated on the marketplace. And it's not only in the States or the Western world, it's across the globe. Across the globe, customers look for pretty much three major things if you look at it. Number one is choice. They want to make the choice. They want to be upfront. They want to say, I want to get the delivery such and such a day, so on and so forth. Second thing they're looking for is communication. And this does not change across the world. They want communication here, they want communication in Bogota, they want communication. Third thing everybody craves for is predictability. They want to predict. It's okay for things to be delayed, but they want to know. They want to know when it's going to be there, what time it's going to be there, and they want it showing up. This is not only like the parcel business, it's big and bulky, business to business, across the globe. These are the three things that the customers look for.
That's really interesting because the stereotype of the e-commerce customer is simply one of speed. I want it now, I want it fast, but you're telling us now that while that may be important, even more important is just knowing where it is and knowing what to expect and not to be surprised.
Exactly. Predictability and communication is super important.
Are they getting what they want now, or is there still a ways to go before we reach that perfect point of communication?
Yeah, so the thing is, like, you know, if we did a big and bulky report recently, and we have still a long way to go. Over 60% of people still are not aware where the delivery is.
Really?
We have done so much in technology, but we have so much more to go. Just doing the fundamentals, letting them know where the delivery is, telling them when to expect. If there's a delay, be proactive about it. Give them the tools so that they can manage their calendars. People are getting busy, they're working from home, they're doing hybrid, the whole bunch of things that they're getting more busier and busier. They just don't want delivery to be an all-day event.
Right.
They want to schedule it, they want to be there, and they want vendors and retailers to just help them out. Just show up on time, tell me when you're going to be there.
Yeah.
You change the schedule, I'm fine, but just tell me.
I have to say, speaking as a shopper myself, there are times when the provider is so good with that they can tell you how many blocks away the truck is.
Yes.
Other times you get nothing.
Yes.
It's all over the map right now.
It's all over the map. Either there are some folks like, you know, the big e-commerce vendors like Amazon and folks like that do a pretty good job. But if you look at the delivery landscape, they only handle like 10-12% of the deliveries. There's 90% of the deliveries is done by a whole bunch of people. It's a much more fragmented market. And as a market, we have to move with the tools and things like that so there's a consistent experience across the board.
Okay, so we're talking about meeting these very exact customer demands. And sometimes I would imagine that has issues that lead to the question of, is this a sustainable business model? What is the role that last mile logistics plays in sustainability today, and how can it be improved?
You know, sustainability is a shared responsibility. You know, in the last few years, we've become aware of sustainability needs across the globe. You know, it's, again, I was in Mexico a few weeks ago. They are also thinking about sustainability. It's just not a Western world thing. It's across the globe. People are thinking about sustainability. People take responsibility. Even in sustainability, there are a few things that we all can do. Number one, just do better density planning. We know we are going to deliver. Let us figure out where our deliveries happen. Let's put some technology in figuring out how we can create density of stops.
By that you mean consolidate the number of deliveries to a particular neighborhood instead of sending 10 different trucks to the same neighborhood.
Exactly.
10 different customers.
Exactly. You know, I know speed is important, but speed may not be all that important.
Yeah.
Density is super important. Second thing is, give the customer a choice to make the green choice. Tell the customer, if I deliver tomorrow, you're making a responsible choice. Many times we don't need that stuff tomorrow. We may be needing for the next weekend.
Right.
So in that case, if I get a chance, I would make a choice, a green choice. Again, coming back to the survey, about 70% of our customers said that they will make a green choice if one was provided to them.
Especially if I have ordered 3 or 4 different things, Amazon for one, and I hope others give me the option of consolidating those, maybe waiting an extra day, but getting them all in one delivery.
Yes.
So that's got to be an important
Yes, that's super important.
Yeah.
The third thing that people should know is sustainability is a constant improvement game. You need to know what you're doing today so that you can take measures to improve tomorrow.
Right.
We all have goals, but goals don't happen overnight. First fundamental thing is you need to understand today what your carbon footprint is. Do a study. It's pretty simple. Number of miles per gallon is like, every gallon is 0.9 pounds of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Figure out how much you're polluting. I know it's terrible, but make a list. And then put these things in place so that you can constantly improve. This is how shared responsibility works. We are not going to overnight changes, but we have to take concrete steps to move towards it. That's something logistics guys should take care of. They do drive trucks, and trucks do pollute.
Yeah.
And third thing is, another thing that comes to mind is mixed fleet. Figure out your nearby zones. See whether you can use electric vehicles for smaller format stuff instead of taking the bigger trucks. I know the bigger trucks are in works. They are not still prevalent. But when you do get an opportunity to use electric vehicles, do it, but do it responsibly. Do it within a zone. Again, planning is important. You need to know where your demand cycle is. That's the biggest thing that they can do.
Well, those are some great tips, Satish, on how to improve the last mile delivery experience, both in terms of satisfying the customer and being sustainable going forward. Thank you so much for those insights. I do want to just take a minute or two for you to tell me a little bit about DispatchTrack today. Who are you guys and how are you serving the marketplace?
Yeah. So DispatchTrack is one of the leaders in last mile logistics. We are about 2,500 customers globally. We operate in about 30 countries. We provide services in about 30 countries. Our main focus is efficiency, sustainability, communication, and predictability. This is what the 4 major tenets for us is. And there's so much to do. And the opportunity in front of us is global, and we are, getting there one country at a time.
Yeah.
Hope to, contribute towards the betterment of last mile logistics. That's what we are looking for.
Huge challenge, but it looks
Yes,
like you
indeed.
guys are on the road to it. Thank you so much, Satish Natarajan, for enlightening us on this whole issue of last mile delivery. I really appreciate you being with me today.
Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
I've been speaking with Satish Natarajan of DispatchTrack. Thank you very much for watching.